Here's a number we've been discussing on this program, and we want to dig into it a little further tonight. More than half, 52% of young Americans say democracy in America has failed or is in trouble. That is a supermajority. Meantime, only 7% from the same age group say our democracy is healthy. So what is going on? Why are young people losing so much faith in our democracy? Let's pose the question to our next guest, Quentin Wathum-Ocama, president of the Young Democrats of America, and Emily Jashinsky, culture editor at the Federalist. Quentin, let's start with you. What do you make of this poll? Why are the younger set losing faith?
You know, honestly, I think it's two things. We've seen a real erosion of our democratic norms the past few years. And young people, there's a lot of stresses, housing, student loans, climate change. And we're not seeing anybody delivering for us. So I think it's really a mix of those two. Is folks are they're not feeling it. They're not feeling the things that make this country great and the democratic institutions that are supposed to provide for us.
Emily, what do you think? America is said to be the great experiment, and to the younger set, it's failing. How do you explain it?
There's a really interesting trend recently where the left and the right increasingly agree on the reasons that there is so much pessimism, I think, especially among young people. You can go back actually to 9/11, which is what the shadow of what today's young people grew up in. They were then hit with the Great Recession, or their families were hit with the Great Recession. They're being pushed into a system where they're filtered through higher education almost unanimously, and that involves taking out tens of thousands of dollars of student loans. On average, you have the student graduating with something like 30,000 student loans, which puts home ownership and marriage out of reach. So it's hard to see why young people today would look at the country as healthy, quote, healthy, with the past 20 years in the rearview mirror.
Well, it's interesting. Yesterday when we talked about this, they also talked about education costs and school loans. I think most people probably equate it with more political, but it's interesting that you both brought it up as well. I would wonder, do you think, Quentin, that people in the younger generation feel left out of the process? And in other words, they're feeling sort of alienated because most politicians are older?
You know, I do think that plays an important factor. I see, we look at what's happening in Washington or even our own state capitals. We see older politicians talking, discussing, and making decisions where young people really aren't just at the table. And I think particularly inaction around some of those things that you mentioned, especially student loans, just makes people feel like they're out of the process, that things aren't working, that this isn't sustainable. And I think that's where you start to see that pessimism about democracy and the future of it, because the system isn't working for a lot of young people right now.
So, Emily, take us to a college course. If you were there, what would your case be talking to these kids who think our democracy is failing?
I mean, I would say that's entirely reasonable. I think that's one of the points about institutional distrust is we decry it and we say this is so bad, and it's bad, right? But it's also good because at this moment in time, it's reasonable. And to have a level of institutional distrust and to feel like the country is failing is actually much better than being complacent and thinking the country that is in great, healthy shape right now, because it's not. And that's something, that reality is something that everybody needs to wake up to and be motivated to get it back. And finally, I'd just say, look at what we have been at our best and look at what we can be when we improve on that, because you have to have a healthy dose of optimism to take that motivation and do something with it.
Right. It's a great point, Emily. And Quentin, I'll let you jump onto it there, because there's certainly a perception, I think, or maybe a misperception that we're kind of swirling down the drain these days. But by most metrics you might use to measure success, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, we are doing pretty well. I think it's just how are we creating an environment where people are feeling included, and especially our young people, and we are showing that the American experiment and that democracy is really a tool for us to better our lives and have the future that we all want to have. And I think, honestly, I'm pessimistic myself, but I think if we can start delivering for young people, we can make sure that we're also protecting our democratic institutions, voting rights, making sure that we're tackling gerrymandering. I have hope. I'm not somebody who is saying that I'm not putting my cards in yet.
Yeah, Emily, do you have hope?
I always have hope. I'm a Christian, so I always have hope, but I do also feel enormously pessimistic as well. So it's a little bit of both.
All right, hold on to it. It's great to get your comments on this tonight, both of you. Quentin Wathum-Ocama and also Emily Jashinsky. Thanks for the time, both of you. Enjoy the weekend. Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.